Hey everybody, welcome to another con support video. This one's on systems of equations with graphing. Let's go. So here it says find the solution to the system of linear equations. It says you can use the interactive graph below to find the solution. All right, so let's see if it works. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to figure out how to graph these, right? Now there's a couple ways that you can do it. When it's given to you in standard form like this, what I recommend you do is just find the X and Y-intercept. So the first line here that we've got is the blue line. All right, we'll just do blue. And we want to find the X-intercept. So we're going to plug in a 0 for a Y. So negative 2x is equal to negative 4 because that Y term just disappears. So if negative 2x is equal to negative 4, divide both sides by negative 2, x will be equal to positive 2. So we know that the X-intercept is positive 2. The Y-intercept would be when x is 0. So if we plug in a 0 for x, the x goes away. You get 2y equals negative 4. So that means if you divide both sides by 2, you're going to get y is equal to negative 4 divided by 2, which is negative 2. So that means our y-intercept is negative 2. So this is the blue line right here, and that is the first line in the system. The second line of the system is 3x plus 3y equals negative 18. So it looks like the x and y-intercepts are both going to be equal to negative 6 because if you plug in a 0 for y, you're going to get 3x equals negative 18, which is x is equal to negative 6. And same thing if you plug in a 0 for x. So both your x and y-intercepts are negative 6. So that would be negative 6 and negative 6. Now you have to ask yourself on the graph, where do they intersect? And it looks like they intersect right here between an x value of negative 2 and a y value of negative 4. So x value of negative 2 and a y value of negative 4 should be the solution to the system. And that's how you do it. All right, so for this one, same thing. We're given these this position here. Now, obviously, in this particular situation, right, you are given these choices to answer. All of them are going to be a little bit complicated to look at here because you can't really plug them in. So plugging these in to check them isn't going to work because of the fact that they're mixed numbers with fractions. Kind of annoying, right? So let's just graph these two and see which one of these answers could be reasonable. And if there's only one reasonable answer, then that's our answer. And if there's more than one reasonable answer, we can use some algebra to figure out which one's the correct answer. So let's figure it out. So the first thing I do is I graph them using the x and y-intercepts. For the first line, the blue line, we're going to do a negative 3x is equal to 9 to find the x-intercept because the y is going to be 0. So you get negative 3x is equal to 9. And that means to divide both sides by negative 3, x would be negative 3 because 9 divided by negative 3 is negative 3. So we know that the x-intercept of the first line is going to be negative 3. So that's going to be right there. And then the y-intercept of that first line is going to be that the x term is 0. So that goes away. You get 3y equals 9. So y equals 9 divided by 3, which is 3. So the y value is going to be 3. Okay. So you got your x and y-intercepts now. That's your blue line. Okay. The other line, the pink line, you're going to have 2x minus 7y equals negative 14. The x-intercept is going to be 2x is equal to negative 14. Solve for x. So you're going to divide both sides by 2. You get x is equal to negative 7. So your x-intercept is going to be negative 7. And your y-intercept is going to be negative 7y equals negative 14. Divide both sides by negative 7. You're going to get y is equal to positive 2. So our y-intercept on our pink line is positive 2. So where do they cross? They cross right there. Now, what is the x position? The x position is between negative 1 and negative 2. So we're looking for an x value between negative 1 and negative 2. Well, this is too far to the left. That's not going to work. This is too far to the left. That's not going to work. So it has to be this negative 1 and 2/5. This is either going to be answer A or answer D. All right, cool. Does it cross above or below the x-axis? It crosses above the x-axis with a y value between positive 1 and positive 2, right? So that's where the intersection occurs. So it can't be a situation where your y value is too big, because if it's too big, it's not going to be the right spot, right? It has to be between 1 and 2, and that means that the only answer that would work must be A, because the y value is between 1 and 2, and the x value is between negative 1 and negative 2, just like we thought it would be. Okay, so when you look at the graph, right, the x intersection value is going to be between negative 1 and negative 2, and the y intersection value is between 1 and 2. So therefore, the correct answer must only be A. All right, let's do the next one. So we got y equals negative 5x plus 6. This is nice. This is given to us in slope-intercept form. So we know it has a y-intercept of 6. and has a slope of -5, which means that you're going to be going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the right 1. So there is your line right there. Slope of -5, down 5 to the right 1, and a y-intercept of +6. On the second line is 3x minus 2, so we know that it's going to have a slope of 3 and a y-intercept of -2. So it's going to cross the y-axis at -2, and then from there it's going to go up 1, 2, 3 into the right 1. Oh, perfect. Up 1, 2, 3 to the right 1 means we're back on the line, and we have our perfect intersection point at 1, 1. So we can see that these two lines cross at 1, 1. So when x is 1, y is 1, and that's how easy that is. Perfect. All right, the next one we have standard form, so we want to find the y-intercept and the x-intercept and graph it that way. So for the first line here, we got 21x plus 7y equals 42. If I want to find the x-intercept, plug in a 0 for y. 21x is equal to 42. Divide both sides by 21. You get x is equal to 2. So our x-intercept is going to be 2. Our y-intercept for this line is going to be 7y is equal to 42 because the x term is going to go away. So we got 7y is equal to 42. Divide both sides by 7. You're going to get y is equal to 42 divided by 7, which is 6. So now we have a y value of 6 on the intercept and x value of 2 on the intercept. So this is our blue line right here. Our other line over here is going to be -5x equals 10 for our x-intercept. So divide both sides by -5. We can see that 10 divided by -5 is -2. So x-intercept is going to be -2 for the pink line. And then the y-intercept, plug in a 0 for x. That goes away. You're left with 5y equals 10. Divide both sides by 5. Y must be 2. So the y-intercept is going to be 2. All right, so now we've got our two lines. Where do they intersect? It looks like they cross exactly at that spot right there on the graph, which is over 1 and up 3. So 1 for x and 3 for y. Okay? 1 for x and 3 for y is our point of intersection, which is the solution to the system. And that's how you do it. So hopefully that was helpful to you guys.